Hello guys, as promised, I am here again with the next topic, that is pharynx, right? So what can we say about pharynx? Pharynx in layman language we can say it throat, okay? And it is a funnel shaped structure. It is a funnel shaped structure. So what are we going to study in pharynx? We are going to study its parts in detail, and we are going to study their functions, and then we are going to do some questions just on pharynx. So whenever we are doing some things and we are doing 8, 9, 10, 20 questions on each and every very small topics, what will happen is that when you finish that topic, you have finished that topic, you have learned its structure, functions, and you have done the questions also. And when we finish the chapter, we'll do all the questions and some more questions, so that, as I have said in the last video, it's easy to learn but difficult to apply. So I will make sure that you learn and you apply. You learn and you know how to apply it. Okay, that this is the very important part, because the questions, what you have to do, you have to do the questions in the exam, and that is the most important thing, right? So now we are going to study pharynx. What is pharynx? Whenever we swallow food, right? Whenever we swallow food, it passes from the mouth, right? It passes from the mouth, it goes into some area. Whenever we swallow food, when food is swallowed, it passes from the mouth into the pharynx or throat. It is a funnel shaped tube. Okay, it is a funnel shaped tube that provides passage for, very important, it provides passage for air and food. It provides passage for air and food, both. And now I'll tell you uh, from where the pharynx starts and where it ends. So if we draw, right, so these are the external nares, this is the tongue, this is the palate, this is the nasal cavity. So we label it, this is the tongue, these are the external nares or nostrils, right? We already know this. This is the palate, this is the nasal chamber, right, or nasal cavity. Okay, now from where it is starting, these are what? These are the internal nares. Internal nares. The pharynx starts from the internal nares. It starts from here. Okay, it starts from here and extends to the level of cricoid cartilage of larynx. When we do larynx in detail, we will know what is a cricoid cartilage, right? So it extends to the level of cricoid cartilage of larynx. You just abhi, when we will do all the different parts, we will understand all wherever there is pharynx. And what is the use of pharynx, right? What is the use of pharynx? It two very important functions of pharynx. It provides a resonating chamber for speech sounds, and it houses the tonsils, right? Tonsils. What are tonsils? What are tonsils? Tonsils participate in, I'll do this also, don't worry, participate in immunological reactions, right? They participate in immunological reactions against foreign invaders like bacteria, germs, all these things. Tonsils help us. Okay, so this is just a basic framework that I have told you, that pharynx is funnel shaped. It provides a passage for air and food. It starts from internal nares and it extends to the level of cricoid cartilage of larynx, extends to the level of cricoid cartilage of larynx. There are two functions. It provides a resonating chamber for speech sound and houses the tonsils. What are tonsils? They participate in immunological reactions against foreign invaders. Okay, so now we will do the three parts of pharynx. What are the three parts of pharynx? So let me draw a diagram so that you can easily understand. So this, if I draw space, a side view, right? So this is the tongue, this is the palate, this is the nasal chamber. These are the internal, here is the internal nares. So here is the nasopharynx. Then, okay, this is the nasopharynx. Okay, and then what is the oropharynx? This is the buccal cavity. So here is the oropharynx. Okay, it is the oropharynx. And then here is the laryngopharynx. Okay, these are the three areas. So let us study about nasopharynx. It is the first thing that we should know. It is the superior portion of pharynx. As you can see, it is the superior portion, the first portion of pharynx. And where does it lie? It lies posterior to the, it lies posterior to the nasal chamber. You can see this is the nasal chamber. It lies posterior to the nasal chamber. Okay, and it extends to the soft palate. Why? Because from there oropharynx starts, right? Now oropharynx. What are the things that we need to know? It is the intermediate portion of pharynx, right? You can see this is the intermediate portion in between nasopharynx and laryngopharynx, and it lies, what is its position? It lies posterior to the oral cavity. Can you see? It lies posterior to the oral cavity. This is the oral cavity. It lies posterior to the oral cavity. This is tongue. This is tongue. This is palate. So this is the oral cavity. It lies posterior to the oral cavity. And it extends to the hyoid bone. Right? Hyoid bone is below tongue. It is below tongue. Abhi, when we'll move further in the chapter, we will study more about this bone. Not study about this bone, but we'll use this bone, and then you'll get an idea. When we'll study trachea and all those things and further lungs and all, you will get an idea about the hyoid bone also. So it is a bone which is below tongue, and this bone breaks if there is some strangulation. Then this bone is the bone which breaks, right? And the very important part in this oropharynx is that there are two pairs of tonsils. There are two pairs of tonsils in this. What are these two? Palatine and lingual tonsils. Palatine and lingual tonsils, right? And I'll tell you about, I think I should tell you about tonsils also, because we have not done the digestive system. So in digestive system, tonsils are in detail. So I'll tell you about the tonsils also, right? So let us first finish laryngopharynx. And okay, first I'll tell you about the tonsil so that there is no confusion in your mind that, you know, what are these palatine tonsils and what are these lingual tonsils. So there is no confusion. So I'll tell you about tonsils here. So what happens is, if we draw a open mouth, right? If I draw a open mouth like this, these are the upper lips and these are the lower lips. Okay. This is your tongue, right? This is your tongue, and this is your uvula. This is your uvula. So now here is the adenoid tonsil. Adenoid tonsils. Okay. And in these two areas, these are the tubal tonsils. Right? This is the lingual tonsil. And this area is the palatine tonsil. Okay. So you can, what do they do? And okay, they are arranged in a ring-like structure. You can see they are arranged in a ring-like structure. So that's why they are known as Valdeir's ring. What is Valdeir's ring? The lymphatic aggregations. The lymphatic aggregations. Okay, these are what are tonsils? Tonsils are lymphatic aggregations only. The lymphatic aggregations of where? Of buccal cavity, right? And pharynx are arranged in a ring. And that ring is called Valdeir's ring. Okay, and this ring is called as a Valdeir's ring. Understood? No confusion in this. And what does this Valdeir ring does? It helps, or it participates. Participates in what? It participates in the immune responses. It participates in the immune responses against foreign substances. Foreign substances. Okay, so just once again, we can revise. This is an open mouth. This is the upper lip, lower lip, tongue, uvula. These are the adenoid tonsils. These are the tubal tonsils, palatine tonsils, and lingual tonsils, right? So just look at this diagram for 2 minutes so that there is no confusion that I have not understood about tonsils, or what are tonsils, what is ma'am telling. Okay, right. So actually we were studying pharynx. We had already done oropharynx, and we had already done nasopharynx and oropharynx. So now we had to do what? We had to do laryngopharynx. And please remember that palatine and lingual tonsils are present in oropharynx. Many a time this question have come that what are the tonsils that are present in pharynx? They'll just write pharynx. Okay, so palatine and lingual tonsils in oropharynx. Okay. Now we'll do laryngopharynx. What is laryngo? Okay, one more term in tonsils when we are doing. This is a term called tonsillectomy. It is the surgical removal of tonsils. Okay, it is the surgical removal of tonsils. Okay. Now we'll do the third portion of pharynx, that is laryngopharynx. Laryngopharynx, the first thing, where it is, what is it? It is the inferior portion of pharynx. Okay, it is the inferior portion of pharynx. As you can see, superior, intermediate, now inferior portion of pharynx. First thing, it is also called hypopharynx. Okay, it is also called hypopharynx. It begins at the level of hyoid bone. It begins at the level of hyoid bone. As you can see, hyoid bone is below tongue, and it is below tongue. It begins at the level of hyoid bone. And what else can I tell you? Okay, laryngopharynx is both a respiratory and a digestive pathway. It is both a respiratory and digestive pathway. And similarly, oropharynx, it is also a respiratory and digestive pathway. Okay, it helps in respiration as well as respiratory functions and digestive functions. Whereas nasopharynx, this only helps in respiration, right? So this is all about pharynx. It is a very small topic, not a very big topic, but yes, it is important. Questions are asked. So let us just quickly revise pharynx. Pharynx in layman's language is throat. It is a funnel shaped structure. Okay. And when food is swallowed, it passes from the mouth into the pharynx. Guys, whenever I am reading, please concentrate on each and every word that I am saying. When food is swallowed, it passes from the mouth into the pharynx or throat. It is a funnel shaped tube. It is a funnel shaped tube that provides passage for both air and food. Why both air and food? Now you know, because nasopharynx is helping only in respiration, and oropharynx and laryngopharynx in air and food both. That is respiratory function and digestive functions both. Okay, so the pharynx starts from the internal layers, right? That is the nasopharynx, that is starting at the internal layers and extends to the level of cricoid cartilage of larynx. So if the question comes about pharynx, be very clear. What is the question saying? If the question is saying pharynx, or the question is saying nasopharynx, oropharynx, or laryngopharynx, be very clear what are they asking, because they can just ask in the question the exact location of pharynx, only pharynx. So the pharynx starts from internal layers and extends to the level of cricoid cartilage of larynx. Okay, but nasopharynx, it lies posterior to the nasal chamber and extends to the soft palate. That's why I have written the position of each and of all the three parts of pharynx, right? Now, what are the two functions? It provides a resonating chamber for a speech sound, and it houses the tonsils. We have done tonsils, we have done Waldeur's ring. Why it is called a Waldeur's ring? And what are tonsils? They participate in the immunological reaction against foreign particles. Okay, so now in how many parts pharynx is divided? It is divided into three parts. The first part is nasopharynx, the second part is oropharynx, and the third part is laryngopharynx. Okay, so we have done nasopharynx. It is the superior portion. It lies posterior to the nasal chamber, extends to the soft palate. Oropharynx, intermediate, lies behind or posterior to the oral cavity, extends till the hyoid bone. Two pairs of tonsils are there, lingual and palatine. Lingual and palatine. Laryngopharynx, it is the inferior portion, also called hypopharynx, begins at the level of hyoid bone, and it acts in a respiratory and digestive pathway both. So oropharynx and laryngopharynx, respiratory and digestive pathway, whereas nasopharynx only respiration. What is tonsillectomy? It is the surgical removal of tonsils. Okay, so here we have drawn an open mouth so as to show the tonsils. They are arranged in form of a ring, adenoid, tubal, palatine, and lingual tonsils, and that's why this is known as a Walder's ring, right? So now we will do some questions on this. Let us see how much we have remembered. Before that, we can just see this diagram also. As I had already told you, so you can see that this is the hyoid bone. Okay, this is the tongue, this is the oral cavity, this is the tongue, this is the nasal cavity. Okay, and trachea and esophagus we'll do afterwards. Pharynx, 3 part. So it is inferior, nasopharynx, it is inferior to the, this is the area of nasopharynx, and oropharynx, this is the area of oropharynx, right? And hypopharynx, it begins below the hyoid bone. So I think these areas are very clear now. Let us do some questions regarding it. So how long is the pharynx? How long is the pharynx? Think. 12 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 20 centimeter, or 18 centimeter? The pharynx is 12 centimeter. Okay. Which structure is associated superiorly to the pharynx? Think for some time. Superiorly to the pharynx? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Which structure is associated superiorly to the pharynx? Above pharynx. Is larynx? No. Esophagus? No. Cervical vertebrae? Absolutely no. Inferior surface of the skull. What all are the part of pharynx? Nasopharynx? Yes. Laryngopharynx? Yes. Oropharynx? Yes. The answer is all of the above. Now the fourth, the pharynx functions as a protective region because of, don't see the answer and tell me. The pharynx functions as a protective region because of what? I told you, tonsils, right? Tonsils, they help in the immunological reactions against foreign particles. Okay. The portion of the pharynx which extends to the hyoid bone. To the hyoid bone. Tell me. Laryngopharynx, can it be laryngopharynx? See, this B option is absolutely, because this is not even a portion of pharynx. You can absolutely cut it. Which extends to the hyoid bone. Laryngopharynx, I told you that there was this hyoid bone and below this was laryngopharynx, right? Remember? Nasopharynx, laryngopharynx, oropharynx. Which of the following statement is not true? The pharynx lies superior to larynx. Okay, right. The pharynx is funnel shaped tube, right. The nasopharynx is lined by mucous membrane, right. Pharynx is divided into 4 parts. No. So here I will tell you one more thing, is lined by. Okay, so I'll tell you one more thing. Let's write nasopharynx. I was waiting for this question to come so that I can tell you this. And laryngopharynx. There are few questions which are favorites. So nasopharynx, it helps in respiration. So ciliated, columnar, pseudo, stratified. Okay. Epithelium. Oropharynx, non-keratinized, squamous epithelium. Okay, food is slipping, that's why non-keratinized squamous. Okay, so with this question we learned all these things, the various linings. Okay, hope you got it. And which of the following is found in laryngopharynx? If the question was oropharynx, then there could have been palatine and lingual, but it is laryngopharynx. Very smart question they make. So none of the above. Match the following. Superior portion of larynx, inferior portion of larynx, oropharynx is lined by, nasopharynx is lined by. So the superior portion of pharynx is what? Right? Remember, nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. Inferior portion of larynx, again the same thing. Oropharynx is lined by non-keratinized squamous epithelium. See, non-keratinized squamous epithelium. Nasopharynx is lined by mucous membrane. Okay. So now the nasopharynx extends till what? Nasopharynx. I'm asking naso. See, very important. No, these are small things. We have just started the first chapter. When we'll study the whole course, then right now this question looks very easy because we have just done a small portion. When we do the whole course, then we tend to forget and mix and match things. That's why I'm making you do a little thing, a little portion, the questions. Okay. The nasopharynx extends till, no, it cannot be hyoid bone. It extends till what? Soft palate. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you can see the answers also here if you want. Okay. So this is what was for today. So guys, have fun and study hard. Okay. So see you. Next lecture will be of larynx. Okay, bye. Take care.